able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Memphis Tigers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So Tulane's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Maurice. It just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Snags it quickly on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Running back searching for a hole. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Memphis offense has the ball for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field.
Wasting no time taking a shot. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Tigers! What a catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside.
He's loose. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. On the run, still looking. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Dances away from the heat. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Using the quick game. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Going up top on 1st down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to take off. Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
He'll bring it out. It's Burton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
This offense has a second down play. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's got great speed and good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. A first down for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Right down the middle. He's got it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to run for it. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. On the double. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And they swarm him under. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Got his man downfield. All kinds of running room. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. Makes one man miss. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that 1st down.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He wants to throw. With the catch, it's Rourke. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
He's got him, and they convert. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You can tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Tulane right back to the line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A 3rd and long coming up here. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Quick handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out, where are my playmakers? Who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no...
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Memphis. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And they're not on the same page there.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the secondary.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Gets it to the back. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You know, on that 3rd down, you thought they would have been a little bit more aggressive throwing it vertically downfield. Instead, they throw it behind the line of scrimmage to their back, and they're putting a lot of pressure on him. He's going to have to make multiple defenders miss to get that 1st down. Obviously not able to do it. Now you're expecting them to punt.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got it in the middle, it's Burton. Makes the catch and knocked down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Clark. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Kick is good. And the offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking for space, it's Rourke. At the 40, there he goes. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense, and I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Complete downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Complete to the right. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
I remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man on the right. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. They're working that left side. Headed to the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Memphis! And the stomping has commenced.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Direct snap. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane 1st down.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that 1st down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock, so good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the 1st down.
He makes the connection. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Now on 2nd down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Keeps the legs moving. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Starts to scramble to the left. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, they're trying to catch the defense off guard there with the bootleg. I don't think the ball handling was great by the quarterback. One reason why it didn't really fool anybody defensively. Give the defense credit. Good job with their eyes. They don't give up too many yards at all.
And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He caught it, and he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal.
Clear. Ready, go!
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 9. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it up.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Off the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
On the set.
That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth.
Ready,
Now
set.
facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break.
Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They're trying to get to it. Gets it out fast. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Blasted as he lets it go. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. The offense lining up for a first down play.
29 Philly. 2-9 fifth time.
He's gonna pass. Scrambling away. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Yeah, and this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
Okay.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make...
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Irvin. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Okay,
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, and especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys, and run a...
Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking to throw on second down. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them...
Touchdown, Tiger! And the punishment has been extended. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level there.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Yeah, and they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance throwing for touchdowns. Like,
he's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
Makes the grab. It's Avant. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, trying to find his man. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. First down for this offense.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
Going for it all. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. And where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be brought down. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David